TNG family, what's going on, everybody? What's happening with you? This is your boy, Al. I'm your friend. And I'm going to give you some business advice here. First and foremost, some of the best business advice that I can give you from your friend is be careful who you take advice from. Be careful who you take advice from. That's where I'm going to start at. A couple weeks ago, a video went viral from someone who I personally think is pretty funny when it comes to her comedy, because I keep it at that. I realize it's comedy and I don't take her too serious. And she goes by the name of Jess Hilarious. And she made a video not too long ago about her successful friend that won't give up the goods when it comes to advice. You know, business advice. Telling her the step-by-step of what she needs to do to get to where her successful friend is at. She talked about how she hates how she is a successful friend. You ask them what they did, and they give you a generic answer. You know, she was like, you know, she hate when they say stuff like, oh, you know, it took a whole lot of hard work and all these things that a lot of your successful friends will say to you. And to be 100 with you, there were points that were made by another individual in the social media space that goes by the name of Derek Jackson. He's like a relationship type of personality. He's constantly telling men how to be better men, and occasionally, every now and then, he attempts to give women advice. But he didn't actually like what Jess Hilarious had to say in this video. It made a whole response, you know, breaking down and explaining why your successful business friend may not always give up the goods. And it was a really good explanation, to be 100 with you, in terms of some of the reasons that he was stating, you know, that sometimes your successful friend, you know, they work really hard to get where they're at. And the last thing that they're seeking to do is to create competition for themselves. And that you, as a friend of your successful business person, you should be more interested in sorry, we're driving here. Someone driving like a maniac. You should be interested in starting a business that doesn't compete with your friend, but instead can also assist your friend so that two of you can succeed together, side by side. And so, backing this thing up, let's talk about Jess Hilarious for a moment. Jess Hilarious is a comedian. So I try to keep that in mind if I were you, and if you're listening to any of her videos and she's talking about some business or anything like that, please keep in mind that she is a comedian. So I don't take anything she's saying seriously, and neither should you. If you're listening to that video and you're saying, oh yeah, I agree with that, I'm going to be honest with you. You are thinking entirely wrong about success in business. You're also thinking wrong and negatively about your friend, because again, what Jess Hilarious was talking about, that's a joke. That's comedy. Yeah, a lot of your successful friends may give you a generic answer, but there is a serious reason for it. And I don't expect Jess Hilarious to give me that insight to help me understand that. That's not who I turn to, and neither should you. Turn to Jess Hilarious for some laughter. You know, I personally like Jess Hilarious when she's on IG doing her Jess with the mess. That's what I expect from Jess. Mess. I don't expect her to give me a seminar on success, and neither should you. So, again, I wanted to address that because fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a time right now in society where people see a video and it can really influence how they think, you know? And again, I say fortunately, unfortunately, because on the fortunate side, maybe I'll be able to reach some of you right now today to help you understand that you have to have some discernment about the information that comes into you. Like even what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. Research and listen to other people tell you what I'm telling you about how to actually be successful in business and really how to go about getting information from your successful friend, including some of the things that Derek Jackson talked about. Offer to take your friend to lunch. Pay for that knowledge. Don't just ask your successful friend to give you that knowledge for free. Help your friend out too. Boost them up. Show them that you really respect where they're coming from by sliding them a little paper for their time, you know, and their insights. Right? Because listen, how valuable is advice to you? Right? Look, if you could have lunch with Warren Buffett, which is something that just happened recently in the news. There's a contest, I guess, every year where people can put a bid up to have lunch with Warren Buffett. Someone from the cryptocurrency space named Justin Sun, who is the CEO and founder of a cryptocurrency called Tron, and also owns BitTorrent, as Tron bought BitTorrent out, and a few other companies. You know, he's a mentee of Jack Ma from Alibaba. So check this out. Justin Sun paid like $4 million to have lunch with Warren Buffett. How much is advice worth to you? How much would you pay to pick the brain of a billionaire? See, you and I, we have to have that type of respect level for our friends, our successful friends, if we really want them to give us some of that good. Otherwise, we really need to be thankful for anything they shoot you. See, that's an attitude of gratitude that you and I must have to be successful in business. See, a lot of you are struggling because you're not as respectful as you need to be. One of my favorite topics within network marketing is the topic of edification. One of the reasons that you are seeking advice from your successful friends is you know they are successful. So because they have succeeded, you do have a certain respect level for your friend. But here's the unfortunate aspect of all of our relationships, and this is why we teach edification within the network marketing business. What we tell you time and time again, and you can watch our trainings on topnetworkersgroup.com, in fact, the 1mlmsystem.com/training. And there's a 3-way training video on there that talks about edification, one of the most powerful tools that we use in network marketing. And it involves what we like to call our 3-way relationships, 3-way calls, 3-way meetings, where you don't just attempt to close your friends and family into your network marketing business by yourself, which is another mistake, a common mistake that too many people make within network marketing. You'll go around telling everybody how this stuff doesn't work. And the reality is you are trying to close your friends and family by yourself. And that absolutely doesn't work because of what I'm about to explain to you right now. And ironically, it relates back to what we're talking about here with this joke that somehow got taken seriously. But it's a good conversation from Jess Hilarious. Your friends and family have a certain level of respect for you. Generally, they like you, but don't respect you. Not like they should. They respect you in a way. They you know, have a certain level of respect for you. So what we do with three-way meetings, with three-way partnerships, what we do is we bring on a business partner that our friend doesn't, someone that they've never met before, and we talk really highly about this person. We really build that person up. And this other person may be very successful. They may be more successful. They might even be a little less successful. But the way we're going to talk about this other person is going to build so much respect for them that when they talk to our friend or family member, they're going to be listening to that person in an entirely different light than they'll ever listen to you or me. Again, it's just one of those things about our relationships. And now what's going to happen is that person is going to return the respect. They're going to now speak to your friend and family member about you and tell your friend and family member so many awesome things. They may know some of those things, but they're going to hear stuff that they've never heard anyone say about you before. And sometimes this is actually what's happening when a friend has enough respect for you to even come and ask for advice, is they've seen other people talking highly about you. And they're like, wow, what's my friend really up to? Maybe I need to stop making jokes and ask for some advice. See, this is what happens when somebody else talks good about you. It actually improves your closing ratio. It helps you sponsor more people. It helps you get more sales in your network marketing organization. Again, the majority of you are struggling because you won't do three ways, because you won't involve your upline, your sideline, your cross lines. Another reason is you don't know what those terms mean. You don't know what a cross line, a sideline, or you're being difficult. Oh, I don't like those words. Look, nobody cares about what you like. In the network marketing industry, it's about what works. And there are certain things that work. Understanding language, understanding terminology, being able to communicate with one another, being able to plot and plan how you're going to, attack and strategize, how you're going to, go about recruiting, etc. All of this matters. There are no shortcuts. There is nothing that isn't important. And this is the other thing I'm going to tell you. This is also why a lot of your friends will keep it short. Some of y'all don't want to listen to everything that I tell you. You don't want to hear everything. You only want to hear what you want to hear. And if your friend really starts getting into the nitty-gritty, talking about edification, breaking down relationships, getting on the psychology side of business, too many of you will just be lost. You'll tune out. So again, sometimes your friend, your successful friend, is just going to give you a bite size of information so you don't get too full. Sometimes they're actually looking out for you. They're doing what you thought you needed but didn't know you needed. See, you thought you needed more than that bite size, but really all you needed at that point was a bite size. So you could still have an appetite to come back to the table next time, and to come back again, and to come back again after that. So, look, moral of the story here: be careful who you get business advice from. Don't take a video from a comedian. Listen, when Master P, who's a rapper and a businessman, talks about business, you listen, because he's a rapper and a businessman. You know that about Master P because from jump, he was about ownership. He owned his own record label, sold it out the trunk. When Nipsey Hussle would speak, he was a rapper was also a businessman. He was involved in business moves, and when he was telling you and I something about business moves, you listen to that. When Jess Hilarious is making a video about what she don't like about her successful friends, you laugh and keep it pushing. But don't internalize that as if it's some real information. That's comedy, you guys. That's jokes. It's like, haha, that's funny. Because some of that is real. Sometimes you will get a shortcut answer. But it's, again, it's some actual reasons behind that. And it's not about hate or holding back or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, look, thank you for watching as always. Jump in the comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know if there's some information that you want to hear about. Let's do business together. Top Networkers Group, jump on the list. Emails go out. You can and should respond to the emails, because when people respond to the emails that I send out on my list, I'll respond back. Jump into the secret office. The secret office links will be available in some video descriptions. Again, if you are on the email list, you will get invited to the secret office. And what the secret office is, you guys, is it's a place where we can really build our business together without the distractions from so many social media sites that are actually really not the places that we thought they would be when it comes to building up a business. And I have a whole video on it, so I won't go into that right now. Maybe I'll link that in the description. But feel free to look up Facebook is not good for network marketing, or Facebook sucks for network marketing. I think that's the title. And just short reasons is, one of the reasons is because too many network marketers don't respect other network marketers. Which again, as I was saying, this is why so many network marketers struggle. Y'all go at this as individuals rather than as teams. You should never be disrespecting another network marketer. You shouldn't seek to take people out of somebody else's downline. You should do all you can to keep networks in place. Like, these are things that we talk about here at Top Network Group, and I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people don't like that stuff. They want to do shortcut stuff and do the things that harm the industry and harm themselves in the long run. Look, if you've never had $500 to $600 a month in residual come in through your network marketing company, you need to be listening to what I'm talking about. Over 1,000 people, you need to be listening to what I'm telling you right now here, because this is important information. I have nuggets all throughout this channel here on YouTube. You should be internalizing these nuggets. But this is exactly what I'm trying to say to you. What Derek Jackson was saying in response to Jess's video is, so many times y'all are just unwilling to put the work in, to put the time in. You want the shortcut answer. You don't want to put the sweat equity that your friend put in. See, I spent several years in my first network marketing company going to trainings every single weekend, going to meetings every single week, and really and truly learning this business. Learning how it's done. That's so important. And again, things have changed within our industry to the point where with the internet, it's very easy to sign up for a business. It's extremely easy, for a upline leader to steal your downline. They can just send out a link, and again, because they've been edified and built up, they can now use that in a way that I would say violates the trust of others. But so many people won't even know. They'll just sign up because here's a respected leader and this is their link, and I want to attach myself to them, and they forget about all the people in between who end up getting cut out. Now, they can't make money, but that top leader makes money, and it's only for so long, because those people they stole don't know how to recruit. So again, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many of you guys that are shooting yourself in the foot because you won't do this stuff the right way. Just being honest with you. So again, Thanks for watching. There are several videos that go more in depth into what I'm saying there. Get on the list. Let me know if you have any questions. And till next time, ladies and gents, this has been Top Networkers Group. We will see you